coming live to you from Danang in the middle of the outbreak. We got my boy Ronnie.
Yeah, we're up here in Danang, man. Danang. We're in the hot zone of pretty much the whole CO what is it? COVID COVID-19. Actually, I heard someone say that today. They said when you spell it, huh?
So what's going on up there? What's like? People are curious. What's happening?
What's happening up here is that everywhere right now is locked down, man. We went the first week. The first week was kind of like lax, where people were still kind of getting out and stuff like that. Was able to actually go take walks and everything. Right. And then by the second week, you start seeing less and less people on the streets. You know what I mean? By the third week, we start hearing, wow, it's like major crackdown on everything. Like people can't get out anymore and go walking like they used to. And then all we just heard no deliveries. Right now, at the current moment in time, on this particular date, there's no deliveries.
Okay.
All public transportation has stopped.
Wow.
Yeah, all public transportation has stopped. Hospitals. Let's just say if all hospitals are only dealing with COVID-19 stuff and maybe all other minimal stuff at the current moment, because I was watching another YouTuber about a couple hours back, and he had like a skin problem, and he's actually based in Danang, and he had a skin problem where he got a rash, a really bad rash. I mean, he showed it. I was like, oh my God, that's like horrendous, right? And he went to one of the big major hospitals here, which is Hon Mi.
Yeah, I've been to the Hon Mi Saigon.
Yeah. He went to the one here in Danang, and they turned him away. They said, look, the dermatologist department is closed right now. And they're only dealing with COVID and minimal cases. That's it. And he was like, whoa. He was like, wait a minute. I do have a situation. My situation is I got a skin problem. I'm trying to figure out why I'm itching like crazy,
Right.
So
what I would tell him would be to try the pharmacies, man, because sometimes the pharmacy people know what's up,
Well, that's what he ended up doing in the end. Like after two hospitals, he went to two hospitals, got turned away from two hospitals. And basically, a friend told him, go to a pharmacy, and that's when he started getting some treatment, some help.
Well, bro, because the thing is, they can't afford to do non-essential stuff right now. Like if he was dying, they would treat him. But like for some skin rash, these guys are busy trying to prevent this thing from killing people.
Right. Well, basically, when he showed the skin rash, he said it went from his legs, and he showed his legs, which was really horrible, and then it went all up his chest, and then almost his neck. And then he showed his hands. It was all over his hands, man.
Yikes.
Literally, the guy is peeling like a snake.
Right.
That's how bad it got. Okay, so yeah, man.
Still, though, I understand. Like I've seen some of the interviews with the doctors up there. They got these people working like 15 hours a day. They're sleeping in the storage areas. Like, I mean. That's like what you guys have a real serious situation up there compared to us down here where we have like 15 cases and they don't have a lot of contact with the public.
Yeah, but we have 500.
Yeah, that's a serious problem. Yeah. That's crazy.
We have 500 cases within the inner city, and I mean that's not counting the outer rims, which is like Quang Nai, Quang Nam. As far as Dak Lak and Kon Tum and some of those areas, you know what I mean? That's mostly that's the Highlands area, but it's still central Vietnam. You know what I mean? But basically, in terms of what's going on right now, the major extreme crackdown is that you're limited to even walking around now to only in pairs. Like if you're gonna go somewhere, only two people you're only limited to gathering of two people in front of your house and walking the streets.
Okay.
So you can't go walking in a group of 5, only 2 now. And we also have what we call a ticket to actually go shopping, which is these right here. These are the tickets to go shopping every 3 days. And so shopping is now limited to every 3 days, where you have to go, and this is only for the open market. It's kind of weird. It's only for the open market because you can still go to like the Vin Marts. I mean, the on the big grocery stores. But when it comes to the open market, where it's like, because the open market always have a lot of people, shopping and walking around and stuff.
They're very crowded.
Yeah, very crowded. So that's the reason why they gave us this, when it comes to going to the open markets. You know what I mean? So when you go to the market, there's a police officer there that's going to check you off.
Right.
You know what I mean? And that's it. So if you go the next day trying to get more stuff, and like, wait a minute.
It's pretty strict.
They're pretty strict, about the situation right now. And my buddy up here, a German guy, he hit me up about a couple of days back, and he was like, "Hey, did you hear about the mandatory testing for foreigners?" I'm like, "No," you know what I mean? He said, "Well, I just saw it on Facebook that all foreigners are being tested, is having a mandatory testing. I mean, a nationwide mandatory testing." I said, "Nationwide doesn't make any sense." He said, "Well, I said, okay, nationwide. It's not. Yeah, and then so I said, okay. So then next day he sent me a picture of him holding the letter. He said, "This is what I got in my mailbox. I have to go get tested next week." I was like, "Well, I haven't gotten anything yet." And sure enough, Sunday, does the mail get delivered on Sunday? But actually, no, it was a police officer. My girl was leaving to go take her son home. And she said a police officer came to the door and actually gave us this right here, which is this nice little letter. I mean, as you see, the official seal right here.
Right. Yeah, it's like legit. It's from the government.
This is to get our mandatory testing done, and it has a date on the 25th. Well, it's to be done before the 25th. By the 25th, it's supposed I go over there and get it done. And it says here, serving the COVID-19 prevention, the People's Committee of Anhai Back, pretty much Danang, testing on foreigners residing and laboring within the territory of Suncha, which is Danang. Danang. You know what I mean? And so
it's not nationwide, dog. They're not doing it in Hanoi. They're not doing it here. It's only because your area is so heavily affected.
Right. So I got my letter.
Damn.
I'm now important, right? I got the important letter. I have to present myself at the Lado High School, which is where it's going to be held at the testing ground for us. It's going to be at Lado High School here in Danang, which is right out the street. So I could actually walk out there. It's only going to take like maybe a 5-minute walk, get out there and get my testing done, and that's it. And like my girl said, it's free. It's not really like it's not paid. It's all free. And she said when it comes to the locals, they actually got to pay $1 million to get it done.
So I see this two ways. Like, I definitely don't agree that they're doing it with only foreigners as a mandatory, right? I mean, obviously, I think that's not cool. But the fact that they're doing it for free, I mean, again, we got to remember, if you were in a different country, they could be doing something like this and charging you and forcing you. And so, I mean, the Vietnamese, listen, they have their way, but it's not really cruel, I mean, I don't necessarily agree, but let's face it, we're guests.
It's I mean, at first I was kind of a little bit it's not going to happen to me, because I mean, my house, the house I live in is kind of like one of those houses where it's on what do you call the protection list, you know what I mean? When I say the protection,
your house is safe.
Yeah, I live in a safe house where it's
right.
My landlord is, she has connections and all that stuff. So when they trying to, like, if they're literally trying to let's say look for somebody, this is like the last place they're gonna come, you know what I mean? But still, I think because she's a landlord, she has to register who's renting her house, kind of thing.
Anyone down here who's like a decent landlord should do that, because if you ever need to apply for a job, you're going to need that.
Right. So she registered. So I guess she registered the house as I'm renting the house from her. You know what I mean?
Well, but of course.
But in terms of everything else, like they don't come knocking on my door just because, you know what I mean? Because like I said, she got some contacts.
Well, and this must be coming from pretty high up in the province. So
So basically, I mean, and the other thing that we're doing down here too is wearing these right here. These nice little bad boys,
That's a great idea.
When you go shopping or go outside, go anywhere, you have to put this on. So I mean, it's kind of
you look cool.
Look like a stormtrooper, man.
Yeah.
Because stormtrooper got the visor and all that cool stuff,
You look like you're about to invade Poland.
Yeah, it is what it is, and and that's it, man. I mean, Danang right now is a ghost town, bro. It's a ghost town. Everywhere you go, by the beach side, everywhere there's nobody, like literally no one. The only place that's somewhat busy are probably just food areas. Like when I say food, meaning selling food, like maybe the market or maybe like the grocery. That's it. That's the only place
at least fucking A. At least you guys can go buy food,
Well, yeah. So there's only buying of food, and there's no delivery. So again, no deliveries, no public transportation. If you don't have a bike, you're gonna be walking, man.
It sucks because I don't want that for you guys. Like, I'm so bummed that this happened in Danang, but then I'm also like somewhat happy that they are being like that, because that means that the rest of the country isn't gonna get crazy. Right, you know what I mean? Because they're actually, and again, bro, believe it if you want, don't believe it if you don't. But right now, the rumor is they'll have Danang contained within the next month or two. They're thinking before Christmas.
I'm kind of glad you got to that, because my buddy, the same German guy, he was like, look, man, I can see this going all the way until October, bro. I'm like,
well, that's what I was hearing. Yeah. But possibly contained by October, November. That's impressive.
Yeah, well, that's a long time to be inside too, because a lot of people, I'm getting texts from some of my gym buddies. Hey, how are you doing? I'm like, I'm good. He's like, are you going crazy yet? I mean, some of my friends are literally who are at the gym, like literally gym rats, are now just eating and sleeping. I'm like, so yeah, are you working out at home? Nope, eating and sleeping every day. That's it.
I was. Sleep. When we had the lockdown, I was doing kettlebells, I was doing yoga, I was doing burpees. I can't stop, bro.
My next door neighbor, because all these houses are kind of close together. My next door neighbor, I hear a lot of like boom, 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 boom sometimes, and I'm like, oh, so they actually have an upstairs, like a big upstairs, like how some of the Vietnamese houses are. They have like a huge upstairs, so they run upstairs in circles. To get some exercise,
That's like I said, I don't wish that for you guys, but I'm thankful that they're taking it this crazily serious, because if Hanoi or Saigon were to have this problem, I mean, it would just completely destroy the country's economy.
Well, right now the economy over here in Danang is done. It has been destroyed.
It's picking up here.
Yeah, well, it's picking up there. But basically, don't be surprised that, because I heard that there still is at least a few more thousand people to be tested, and I heard, the last thing I read was there might be a few people who got the people that left, the people got deported back to their like Saigon, Hanoi. They still have almost like 10,000 people to actually check to test.
Oh no, I mean, listen, it could happen. It could happen here too. It's just that like controlling Danang is probably a good first step to making sure that the problem doesn't go further.
Right. Yeah. I mean, like I said, it has already spread out from Danang to Quang Nam, Daklak.
That's what I mean.
Some of the other local,
Ronnie, I want you to leave us with some thoughts, man. Leave us with some collective thoughts on like what's your experience, and then we'll wrap it up so everybody can peep. Ronnie has a YouTube channel.
We're gonna get through this, and Vietnam is awesome. And the greatest thing is that we are lucky to be here compared to being back in the States. I mean, in California or anywhere where I'm from. You know what I mean? So therefore, the one thing I could actually say is that even though we are in the epicenter here tonight, I'm still lucky to be here. I'm still happy to actually be able to sit at home and not worry about anything. And yes, this testing thing is like a little bit like, whoa, you know what I mean? But hey, it is what it is, and let's get it done. I mean, rock on.
So guys, Ronnie has a YouTube. Tell them about your YouTube. Tell them where they can find you.
My YouTube channel is Aphotasticlyfe. Aphotasticlyfe. That's like actual pho. So A-P-H-O-R, TAS, T-A-S, TIC, T-I-C, life, L-Y-F-E, Aphotasticlyfe, you know what I mean? And, you know, my YouTube channel is very unorthodox, but it has a lot of good content on there, and I try to keep it very local and very entertaining. That's
well,
it.
guys, so I always put Ronnie's links in every comment section of all the videos. So just go down there. He'll be in there. You should find the spelling. Hit him up, subscribe. He's a very approachable guy. Anyway, Ronnie, brother, I love you. I'll talk to you soon.
All right, peace out, man. We are.
Peace. Have a good one, brother.
You too.
To whom it may concern, White Monkey Syndicate got me the job of all jobs. Thank you.
White Monkey got me a job. Brush your teeth.
The White Monkey Syndicate got me a job, aka your father.
White Monkey got me a job.
White Santa, baby, brush your teeth.
Monkey got me a job, hit him up.
Yo, it's the Whoopi Goldberg of the East Side game, educating you youngins in the English.
Monkey got me a motherfucking job.
White Jesus, baby.
White Monkey got me a job.
Brush your teeth. Hey, what's up, guys? You thinking about coming to Vietnam? You're not sure where to start. You've heard a lot of things online. You don't know what's true. You don't know what's not. We here at the White Monkey Syndicate offer a consulting service where we help you get on your feet in Vietnam. We give you advice on negotiating contracts with employers. We help you with real estate agents, visa agents that are reliable and that you can trust. We help you get started in this amazing country and get on your feet. We help you get into different opportunities that might be more difficult for you if you were just landing in the country on your own. And we help you avoid a lot of the pitfalls and problems that you could have as a newcomer here. We provide you with reliable job recruiters, visa agents, real estate agents, and advice. If you guys are thinking about coming to Vietnam, hit us up for a consultation. We'll help you get started, help you get on your feet, and hopefully you'll love Vietnam as much as we do.
Si quieres reina, sé que estás muy buena y todo, pero el que juega